Hi! Within this lecture, we're going to see different kinds of encryptions that we use in routers, in modems, in networks. So basically, routers encrypt our data, encrypt our packets, encrypt our requests and responses from the internet in order to have a safe working environment. If there was no encryption, we could just get all the data going on inside of a network, inside of a router, with only sniffing data without having the password. Of course, that wouldn't be safe, so all the modern routers in their daily routine use some kind of an encryption. Of course, there are some routers, there are some networks, they don't use any encryption at all. They're open networks, like when you go to a Starbucks or when you go to an airport, or there is a free Wi-Fi at some place like a restaurant. They may use some open connection, open network without any password, okay? And they're not actually safe. So you can connect to those network and do the post attacks like man in the middle that we're going to learn in the following section. But for right now, in the section, we're going to focus on different kinds of encryptions and different kinds of cracking techniques against those encryption models. So we have WEP and we have WPA and WPA2. So let me take you to a website, okay? And you don't have to do that. I just opened this as an example. So let me close this and show it to you. So there are different kinds of encryptions, and at this age, at 2019, we only have three major encryption models. So we have WEP, which is wired equivalent privacy, okay? And of course, you can find and read the technical terms and technical explanations of WEP, but basically this is the old way of protecting your network, okay? So this was introduced like 20 years ago, and this was thought to be safe at that age, at that year, but it turned out not to be safe, and we can crack WEP only within minutes. So it is not safe. I'm just going to show you in the following lecture how we can crack it. And then later on, they introduced WPA, okay, and WPA2 to make this process, make this routine actually safer. And we still have techniques to crack the passwords of both WEP and WPA. And we're going to learn both of them. We're going to learn how to crack WEP as well. Maybe you would think that this is 20 years old. Why are we learning this? Because there are some networks still using that WEP encryption in the world. And it's actually very easy to crack this, and we're going to learn it, just not to skip any idea, any information in this course. And later on, we're going to move to WPA. So most probably in your own house, you use WPA or WPA2, and we use the same technique to crack the WPA and WPA2. It really doesn't matter, but we use a different technique in order to crack WEP. So within this next lecture, we're going to focus on WEP, and if you want to practice this on your own, you will need to go to your router settings, okay, and change your encryption to be WEP. I will show you how to do that at the end of this section, where we discuss how to make your router safe. But basically, you will have to go to administrator access of your router and change the encryption. And if you don't have to do that, you can go and watch the last lecture. And of course, anytime you can call your internet provider to make them change your encryption model as well. So if you don't want to practice WEP, of course, you're more than welcome to watch the section and just take notes. But we're gonna learn how to do all of this in order within the following lecture.